Oh dear, here we go again. On paper, this one looked like me. A big workshop, proper garden, with oak trees at the front, and those sweeping views near Alford. Today I'll show you why I loved it, or at least in part, and why the reality inside gave me a pause. I'll show you the good bits and the parts the camera can't smell. Turning off Kingsford Road, it's that quiet countryside I keep chasing. You can feel how peaceful it is straight away. Right turn here. Parking is generous, though we'll need to talk about the driveway surface and gradient later. Out front, the view is lovely, except for the new build going up over there. It's not a deal breaker, but it is a factor. I mean, look at those views. Well, what am I looking for? Okay, people keep asking me this, and I do understand. We all function differently in our likes and dislikes and desires. So I'm looking for, well, character homes are where the souls live, in my opinion. Thicker walls, wonky lines, rooms that tell stories, and so on. This is why I view cottages rather than rabbit hutches. But character needs a sound envelope. I'm going to start inside to get a feel for the layout, then circle back outside for the drainage, oil tank and roof. In the bedrooms and at floor-to-wall joints, I see lifting paper and damp. The air is heavy. Both the agent and I started coughing. Maybe coincidence, but the home report backs up what I'm feeling. Interior and my first impressions. Layout is workable. Rooms are a sensible size, slightly wider than they looked on the photos. And there's a natural line of sight, front to back. But the air feels heavy and there's a strong musty smell. I don't know if it's because the windows haven't been opened and the place hasn't been aired. But there we are. So, the damp evidence. Bedroom corner. The wallpaper's lifting and you can see damp at the wall to floor junction. That's pretty bad. There are damp patches at both ends of the house near the ceiling line. Wallpaper is coming away at the ceiling, classic sign of prolonged moisture. And I can see the damp patches. This bedroom corner is the worst bit. Very strong odour here in the downstairs bedroom. For some reason I started coughing, and the agent does too. It's that spory, dusty feel you get with active damp. Or it could be my imagination. This isn't just old house character, this is a live problem. So, the layout and livability. Setting aside the damp for a second, the plan could work. There's enough wall length for storage. The kitchen could be modernised, most definitely, without major replanning. If the envelope were dry, you could have a comfortable, workable home here. And here's the yoga instructress, I should say. So what brought you to Scotland? Yeah, if you don't mind my asking. Ooh, garden and workshop. Now the fun bit. The workshop is amazing. Oh my God, yes, we get our excitement in different ways. I know, wow.
And then if you want to change things in the house, look out of these windows. See, this workshop is really wasted. You could down there. So imagine what a conservatory you can make.
That's amazing.
For people who live in places like this, they're just about to put another shed up.
My word. And it looks dry.
Do you know what? It's cracking.
Space for a proper bench. Storage, filming. The garden is generous for the dogs, although admittedly at the front and side, but that's fine. And you've got those oaks out front. This is the version of my future I can picture. Roof and rainwater. It's the original slate roof. Beautiful, but broken chipped slates and a tired flat roof section with loose flashings. See those wiggly cracks just under the roof edges? That usually means the roof's pushed the wall a touch and rain's been creeping in at the verges. It was patched at the other end, but because the cause wasn't fixed, it's split again. The sensible order is secure the roof timbers, seal the verges flashing, and then stitch the crack and repoint with lime and not cement. Does that sound like a lot of work to you? Yeah. Metal gutters are corroded. Add a high ground level and you've got multiple moisture pathways. Seems to have some repointing at the back there. Note, outbuildings using fibrous cement sheets in places may contain asbestos. So, got to factor in safe handling if altering, or get the professionals in. If left alone, they're usually fine. Two abandoned cars on the drive. Practical hassle on completion. Do you think they'll be left behind? There's a ditch with flowing water at the front. Good to see it moving, but I'd reshape ground and improve services so water goes away from the walls. That appears to run down there. And come out there. That looks... Now, I think these are just bags of sand stacked by the garage, rather than sandbags to stack against water. Doesn't look like formal flood defence. More like leftover building material, but worth asking. There's a fenced area with upright pipe in the field. Could be a vent, standpipe. What is that pipe for? Big old oak tree. Two big oak trees. Alford itself is lovely. I was very pleasantly surprised driving through. Proper amenities and a welcoming feel. Quirky shops, a couple of cafes I think, a museum. I think I even saw a swimming pool. The viewing agent, she's Danish, teaches yoga locally. Told me that the community is very open and welcoming. I believed her and I liked her, and we even talked about meeting up for a class. Oh, I am sorry. I lost a good chunk of the front garden footage. I have no idea where that disappeared to. But the plot feels lovely. It's got that rural outlook, plenty of space for the dogs, and potential for an additional small workshop if the ground is stabilised. This probably was the strongest smell of damp I'd come across in any of my viewings. I'm glad I viewed, because the only way to know is to stand in the rooms and breathe the air. For me, Kingsford's setting is gorgeous, but the damp, once again, is a deal definer. If the numbers shift, or if a thorough survey rewrites the scope, I'd take another look. For now, I'll carry the lessons to the next cottage. So, I'm going to ask, and I know you won't hold back, tell me in the comments, would you take on a house like this if you thought the location was perfect? And let's face it, it's not really rural. Amenities are only a mere mile away. Thanks for watching.